We are going to go through $500 worth of $20 bills, Federal Reserve notes. I'll show you what to look for on them so you know the next time you have one in your hand, what to look for that's going to make it worth more than the face value of 20 bucks. So hopefully you can turn it into more money. I figure, hey, if you don't like collecting coins, you don't like, well, any collectible, you don't collect comics, you don't collect vintage collectible whatevers, you like making money, right? So what's better than turning the money you got into more money? So 2017 A series, I check the serial number, see if there's anything like a pattern-wise or fancy serial number. That way, that will kind of add to value in some cases. Look for ink issues, overall issues with the print, if it's misaligned, if there's splotches or smears, all sorts of good stuff. 2013 series, both of which, the aforementioned one and then this one, had millions of notes printed. They're printed in sheets and then cut. You can also look for stuff like wet ink transfers, which is where they cut them from those sheets and then prematurely stack them, and ink transfers over. Take a little closer look at the back there. You can tell it's got a tear. Also keep in mind condition when you're looking through notes. Some 4s, some 7s, some 1s. If this 2 wasn't in there, I had another 1, 7, or 4 I would have held on to it. Kind of cool. Not cool enough as far as a pattern in the serial number, but it is neat. I like to look for birthday notes, star notes, which has got the little star in the serial number, which are replacement notes. I like pretty much any fancy serial number, really. Especially repeater notes, where it's, well, really, I like to look for 2 of the same digit repeated over and over. You can see kind of excess ink printed through above the 20 there on the left-hand side. If it's really dramatic, you can see portions of the front of the note printed through the back of the note printed through the front. Those can get pretty good value as well. 2006 series, millions of those printed, quite a bit. If you want to know about $20 bills as far as just all the different, all the different stuff on there, the different numbers, what's this little 55 mean? Why does it design this way? What are all the different seals? What are the serial numbers? What does it actually mean? Then you can check out my channel, go to my videos, and under the playlist for banknotes, I have a whole video on every denomination of Federal Reserve note, just for you. Yeah, damage, some blue and black ink. Yeah, 0540. We have a lot of repetition going on so far in this bill search, but nothing crazy to call home about, hold on to, or think is more than face value. Yeah, nothing too crazy. 2013 series. As far as star notes, $1 star notes, 2013 series, B series star notes. A lot of those have duplicates. I have a video on that also that actually talks about what facilities that you'll be looking for and how to identify them. So check that video out. It's a pretty quick watch. It's like 3 to 5 minutes, something like that. But really, you get the meat of the information in like the first minute. So you can skip out after that. Nothing going on so far. Little bit of stray ink going on here. You can see over here on the left-hand side. On closer inspection, it seems like it might just be some ballpoint pen or something of that nature, but would have been nice to have a small ink smear. Those don't really command a lot of value, but I do like them. This is kind of neat. 1953 to 1988. Kind of like a double year note. A couple people mentioned that, like, I don't know, a ton of videos ago. I think I came across, I call them double year notes. But you can let me know if you have a cooler name for it or more apt name in the comments. It's a 2017 series. Keep an eye out. I keep hitting my thing on there. Sorry about that. Keep an eye out around the color changing ink on $20 notes. You can see this one here kind of is printed a little funky below it where some excess ink kind of got down there, but it's barely noticeable if it's dramatic or you have ink smears there or there's a contaminated inkwell and those are not the correct color. Those can be worth really, really good money. These double year notes, I mean, maybe somebody's out there that can commemorate someone's life or, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe both their Maybe two people were born on that day that they know, 1953, 1988, or something happened between those years. I'll look it up as far as history is concerned, but I'll set it aside for now after we look at the back. We got our free little booger or whatever on the back. It is three-dimensional. So I'm not going to pick at it too much, and I'll just set it aside. Condition will be, a lot will be left to be desired on that one. 2017 as well. Printed nicely. Little bit of folds, little bit of creases, but not too bad. Kind of some stray ink going on. Little bit of the green toning up here. This one's got the same kind of crud on it. Looks like a pen broke, so that's probably what that previous one was. I did get them out of an ATM, so I mean, it's very possible. I don't know how the ATMs work. If somebody deposited like, let's say they deposited this $500 or something like that, or $200 of it. Does it intermingle over the day and then it spits it out from that reservoir of money? Or is it a preset, like, stacks of 20s that somebody loaded in? I don't know. I don't know if it replenishes itself or if some person has to do that. I know a person goes to... Anyway, whatever. Bleed through right here. I'll stop yapping about stuff I don't understand, and... you can see where the serial number bled through from the front to the back. In this case, this is something that can command value if it's the entire serial number or like a big blob bleeding through. But condition of this note is not that great. There's multiple folds on it, as well as other stray ink and stuff like that. So I'm going to pass. Nothing going on the serial number. 2013 series. This one's been wet. I can tell why from it being thinned out and kind of wavy. Folded as well. Same kind of lipstick or something on it. So if it were collectible, that would take away from value. 2013 series as well. Nothing on the front. Little shift up in the print on the back. Little bit of excess ink bleeding through, but most likely damaged. This thing is not in the greatest condition. Getting down there. We're down to like, I don't know, 6 or 7 out of the, what? Do some quick math. I'll divide by the L and drop the set. So 25 $20 bills is what we went through, so not too shabby. Try to go a little quicker through these ones so I'm not wasting a ton of time for you. Other things to look for, of course, are like major errors. You're talking major shifts, major print issues. This one's got a little lack of ink going on up here. You can see that kind of missing issue. But it could just be damage. I mean, you can see where this thing got folded right where that's at. Most likely that ink just kind of got rubbed off. Same here. This bleeding of green ink is most likely due to it being folded and then getting wet. Some 9s, some 6s. Nothing crazy going on. Kind of cool triple 9s there in the center. Nothing on the back. Lots of ink bleed from pens and stuff. 5, 3, 8, 6, 10. Nothing in the serial number. 2013 series. There was a really cool contaminated inkwell error where the color-changing ink portions, but in this case, the shield and the eagle here, someone found one of those and posted it to one of the Facebook groups. It was really cool. It came out almost black. And it's surprising that that made it through quality assurance. Maybe not so surprising at the BEP. And I'm sure that thing will sell for good money. I know they are planning on sending it off to get graded. Nothing going on in the back. Really beat up and hard to tell. Also torn up. And nothing crazy going on here. Actually, surprisingly, minus the fold, is probably the best condition one we've had so far. Keep an eye out around the intricate detail points for kind of ink smears and stuff. Down to the last 3. We've made it this far. Serial numbers printed nicely. A little bit of kind of funky print going on by the serial number. A little bit of dots of ink and excess ink. Probably bleed from the... well, really not. Kind of cool. I mean, if it was more dramatic, I would hold on to it, but something to keep an eye out for. Definitely cool. And nothing going on there. Last 2. $40. whether we find something or not. 2017 A series. Nothing in the serial number, some 8s, but not repetitious enough to hold on to. A little bit of that excess ink happening and damage, of course, but it wouldn't be a regular bill search. Stuff wasn't all damaged up. Pass on from that. We'll end on one that somebody decided to doodle on. Nothing in the serial number, 2017 A as well. Nice, not straight fold on the front. Back of the note. And nothing going on here. The $20 bill will be redesigned. I think it's the 2nd to come out. But I'll post the dates for it in an upcoming video. And they're on my website, VarietyErrors.com. But they're starting with the $10 note. And starting to redesign them for anti-counterfeiting measures. They're adding features for the visually impaired, amongst some other stuff. So I'm excited to see it. I know there's major changes. They're removing a person or two and adding a person or two. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. What are we holding on to? A double year note. This in no way is worth more than 20 bucks. It might be, like I said, to the right person that these dates are significant to them, but I like them for collectability. And hey, I didn't find anything else, right? They can't all be winners. But the greatest thing about this hobby does prove true today, which is, even though we didn't find anything super valuable or well above value, we still have $500 worth of 20s. So, hopefully you enjoyed this bill search. I'm going to hold on to that double year note. Let me know what you've come across in your coin and banknote searches lately. I love reading about that stuff, so I'll see you in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video.